And what are the most common things the parents and the patients should be aware with regards to vision? I'm going to cover here. And obviously, if there are any questions, anytime you can ask me, probably during panel discussion or if you have time now, because it's best that I like it more interactive rather than didactic. So, special children who are at risk. If you see the list, there is cortical visual impairment, some of the premature children, children with trisomy 21, children with albinism, they all have a higher risk of ocular problems. And how does really it impact? Because most of the people think that vision is just for seeing, but for the child, it's about learning behaviors, imitating others, it's playing, it's the overall development depends upon the vision. As you can see here, the spatial awareness for a small infant of 3 months, even holding the hand of mother, it's like the child is feeling, and also child can really see, okay, this is the spatial awareness, this is the face, they have to learn. Because with this sound, shape and sound association, they develop their speech, they develop their visual behavior, and accordingly their milestones improve. And the movement skills, how a dog walks, they will realize over a period of time, okay, if this is the posture, this is dog. Because most of the kids, you can see, they are very, very oriented towards any animals. If you see any kids, they are very fascinated by seeing animals because they have this typical biological motion which the brain understands from the beginning. Any small tiny infant you take, they are very much oriented towards that. And even if they see some other children, they are always towards that, they go towards that. And use of hand and fine movement. In the morning we heard some lectures how it is important to hold an object and see the principle, grasp and things like that. And this is the concept of development. And then goes on to understand what is words, and all the children learn alphabets. Everything is through vision and sound. So this becomes important. And even if the last one, the self-care skills, like how to take bath and how to dress, undress, everything they learn on a day-to-day basis. Because we don't realize, but child by seeing, like if an adult is watching a mobile, they want to come, they want to see what exactly is happening. Because we always imitate our parents, that's what happens. So, some of the simple things how we can really understand the child's major eye problems, because all the children may not get eye checkup, but it's mandatory that they have some or the other time they get some eye checkup. This is in photographs when you take. Now everybody has a cell phone. They take a photograph. If you see one of the eye reflex is not so good, the other is good, that's one of the very, very important signs. It can be cataract, it can be glasses power, it can be a lazy eye, it can be squint, anything it can be possible. This is called red eye reflex, which is mostly done by pediatrician in every visit. But as parent, we can also notice this eye shift. Many parents come to us seeking help. Okay, doctor, I see some white spots in the eyes. This is a very, very simple test which can be done. In the clinic, we do with this test, that's really not required. What you see is, you can see the upper picture, it's bright and red, and the lower picture, the reflex is not good. This is called a red reflex test, which pretty much easy, especially in this photography era, to identify how this lesion is. And with regards to eye, there is a camera there which is connected to your brain, and you can see there are muscles which move your eyes to different directions. Like when you are listening to a lecture like this or seeing a phone, we do so many. Eye muscles are the most mobile muscles of the eye, which we don't know, because it never gets tired. Your skeletal muscles, after walking 10 kilometers, They are made up of different fibers, they get tired, but the eye muscles, they don't get tired at all, because even if you work, you might get some strain. So, without your knowledge, the eye sees together, they are coordinated, and you always appreciate that three-dimensional vision. And they move in different directions, and some of the children can have misaligned eyes. This is important because if one of the eyes is misaligned, the signal from that eye does not go. As the child grows, child will have one eye is lazy and the other eye will have good vision. And eventually child may not appreciate that three-dimensional vision. So that's one of the aspects. And we can check this in the clinic because torchlight is a simple test. We can do it. And many one of us can really see whether there is any birth defect or anything like that. It's pretty much easy because whatever inside, then it becomes difficult. That's why the glasses power becomes difficult unless you have a checkup. Because with these small little things, because one of the things parents ask us, in a tiny baby like that, can we check whether the child has any problem? Because child is not able to tell anything. Even if it is 3 months or 2 months, we will be able to figure out the child's eye is healthy or not, whether the child needs glasses or not. That's why as soon as the child is born, the screening has to be done for most of the disease, which is with the torchlight or maybe an ophthalmoscope. And within the first year, when the child gets the measles or rubella vaccine, I think it's a very good time, unless you see some other abnormality. I am showing the children here. It applies to all the children what today we are focusing. It does not matter this child is normal. But obviously, children can have unilateral. These children can have one eye vision loss, but their development will not be hampered. As opposed to this child who has bilateral vision loss. This child has a significant cataract in both eyes. If they have both eyes blind, their development gets hampered. So there is a difference between unilateral blindness and bilateral blindness. It's a huge difference. And if you see Down syndrome, you know this is the statistics, you know all of us. 80% of the children have some or the other vision problems. Some are major, some are minor. It's not that all the patients will have a significant, some may have a little bit of allergy, that's it. Some people may have a very 0.25, but overall around 80% of the children, compared to normal children, they can have this kind of issues. The severe problem can happen only in 20 to 25%. It's not that all trisomy 21 patients will have a significant abnormality. This is not the thing what they can have. What are the issues they can have? This is what I have enumerated here. I put it in a simple term. First is the glasses. The refractive error is the most important thing. Even a normal child, the most important eye problem in a child is glasses. They call sight, short-sightedness, far-sightedness, astigmatism. Sometimes the second one is lack of accommodation. Even if they don't have glasses power, they can't focus very well like other children because their muscles, the eye muscles are a little bit weak. That's why we switch from a TV to phone, we can quickly switch without any difficulty. Unless we are 40 or above, then we need near vision glasses. This kind of scenario can happen in children with trisomy 21. That's why they might have some reading difficulty and writing difficulty in their early days. Lazy eye is when one of the eye is not working compared to the other eye. ROP is something like what we see in premature children, retinopathy of prematurity. If it is detected within 30 days of life, we can save the vision. If it is not, this is specifically if the child is premature. This is very, very specific disease. Child does not, they don't, come with the disease. They are not born with ROP, but because of the oxygenation and things like that, they develop this because the premature child's eye is very sensitive. They develop this. Squint is quite common. 30 to 40% of the trisomy 21 patients can have squint. That is a cross type. And retinal and optic nerve problems are very rare. Unfortunately, they are not reversible because it's a permanent problem they can have. Cataract, the last but one, cataract can be treatable, which can be easily treatable. And this is the accommodation I just wanted to show. What we do for a lack of accommodation, we can give a bifocal glasses like that. That really helps them. This needs a checkup. Once you do it, they need this thing. And we even have published on this near vision individuals with Down syndrome, vision screening. We did a screening of many children with Down syndrome and we compared how much accommodation they can have. And we have found that most of the patients, individuals with Down syndrome tends to have high lack of accommodation that we already know. Closer near viewing distance could indicate good accommodation, particularly in children. If they are reading very nicely, that means some parents bring them. They are sitting very close from the textbook. What do we do? Mostly they will have refractive error. That's one of the things. Otherwise, some people are habitual. So sometimes the glasses can help. And these are all other tests which can be done, which I will not go into the details because it's mainly how do you really see. For a parent, sometimes they ask, how can you detect whether the child has any problem? The first one is observation of any structural anomalies. It becomes very easy. Observation of squint becomes very easy for the parent to identify. Eye movement problem, because sometimes you have seen the child's eye keeps on moving. That's called nystagmus. This is pretty easy. Refraction is the glasses power. Unless you have a checkup, we will not know the child has any glasses power is required or not. So that way, that needs a checkup. This probably this is there on the website. You can look it up. How a parent can really come up with complaints. What are all the things can be there for a child? One of the simplest thing is whether the child